because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym, preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. Winless to start the year at 0-2, and now they get the Thursday night game here in Week 3. So, I don't know, does the fact that they're back out so quickly, Charles, help or hurt their cause?
Oh, I say unequivocally help, because you always want a Thursday game earlier in the schedule rather than later, just because the grind of the season hasn't really set in yet. But also, if they can get a win here, they get a mini open week, recharge a little bit, and carry some fresh momentum into the rest of the season.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run straight ahead with Brooks. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. At the 34-yard line. They'll look to throw here on first down. Throw out wide is incomplete. You look at the Steeler defense, currently #1 in the NFL against the run.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
Jet sweep. Here's Olave. Oh, this one, they need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
And that is incomplete. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down. Cade York on now for the field goal. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. York able to send this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's #1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings, because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much, don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of them.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Looking to throw, Penix. That's caught left side, Burden. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down. The Steelers at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They'll throw with Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Let's go.
That's caught. It's Austin left side. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They'll get 34 yards there.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Trey Benson, his second rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Brooks. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. This defense for the Steelers, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Give them 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? So, who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
2nd and 10. At the 38-yard line.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run out of the gun with Brooks here. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
They'll look to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard The sack sets him back a full 10 yards there on first and goal. First and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on second and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. This ball taken in here by Brooks. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The 10-yard completion, but still now facing third and goal. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down.
Cade York on for the field goal.
York able to send this one through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Now Penix. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
This 2nd and 4. They run over center with Benson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. He'll buy some time right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
2nd and 4. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
They'll set up to throw. Short throw caught by Pitts. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 16. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
And the Steelers first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, he's going to find Burden. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 11-yard line.
Throwing again, Penix. Will try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Given 3 on the screen, he couldn't break free, and it's third down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
So they need 2 yards here on third down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now fourth down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
And his kick is indeed good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked to his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Brings up third down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. That's pulled in by Brooks. Loose inside the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jonathan Brooks, 73 yards. And the Saints have got it back to within a score. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make it 17-13. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. 2 He'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw. He's got this complete to Burden. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. On 3rd down, Penix from the gun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Penix working out of the gun here. Caught by Wilson. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Saints' 49-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And looking to throw, Penix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
First down, Steelers.
To the air, Penix. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And out of bounds right around the 20. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Here's Penix. Forced out to his left. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not I just handle this one? Got all the yards you needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
The extra point splits the uprights. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Saints 13.
That time a 9-play drive. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Over the middle, it's complete. Now we get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He'll drop to throw. This one taken in by Alano. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
42-yard line.
Back to throw again. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 9.
They'll drop the throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. They'll throw with Penix. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up.
Our trip around the NFL starts now. We begin at venerable Soldier Field. The Bears at home for a tough one in the NFC North.
So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
when they went to the tunnel with a lead, they come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Second and 7. Off play action. Here's Penix. Crossing route incomplete. He's got Pitts. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Steeler first down.
On first down, it's Benson. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll roll him out right. And this is incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Looking to throw, Penix. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. On the bootleg, it's Penix. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. Now Penix. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Penix to the air once more. Pass caught by Burden. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a 1st down. A give up the middle with Benson. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Go.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. He'll look to throw. That is caught. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. Looking to put a drive together. They go play action here on first down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 5. This ball taken in here by Brooks. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't. Think he got it. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. Fielded at the 20. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
A handoff here to Benson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
First down, they'll go to the ground attack. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner, and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. yards. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
3rd down and 1. They're going to look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. 35 yards. And the Steelers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Saints 13.
So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
The 31-yard line.
They'll get a couple yards on that one. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
Check, Panther.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The offense on 3rd down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
The 40-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Off the middle with Brooks here. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw. That's pulled in by Brooks. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just let them bleed the game out that way.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 18. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. So with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline. because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll look to throw here. And he's got it. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
Completion was given up, and that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
And this is something right out of the Philadelphia playbook. They were successful running this with Jalen Hurts. But this is a copycat league, so if it works for them, everyone thinks it'll probably work for us. And here, it does.
And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
The Steelers' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And looking to throw, Penix. He's got this complete to Burden. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, Penix from the gun. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Steelers.
And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Let's go now. 19, Tiger. Now go.
They'll run with Benson. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Here's Penix. Now bottled up. It's out. It's loose. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
They'll try and throw. Here's Penix. Touchdown! Kyle Pitts, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are closing in on a third straight victory to start the campaign. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying.
This one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Steelers, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Well, the weather not fully cooperating here in Pittsburgh, but that has not stopped Steeler Nation from filling the stands at a rain-soaked Acrisure Stadium. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. On the Tampa sideline, head coach Todd Bowles. His guys already finding themselves in a pretty massive hole, 0-3 to start the new year. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. Versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in Week 4. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018 from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg. Throw right side, complete to Williams. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 30-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Pass incomplete. You look at this Steeler defense. They were very good last week in the win over the Saints.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first. As they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, 3 and out to start the game would have been a real disappointment. So this is a nice job of finding something you think will work and executing it. And they're able to keep this opening drive going. And
he stopped immediately there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Mayfield now. Lots of screen pass. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one, but sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I was just going to say, it is easier said than done, but that's where you maybe bury it at his feet, make sure he doesn't catch it.
Great job, great call right there. Put it near the receiver, no grounding, nothing like that, but no one gets a chance to pick it off either. Buckeye came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the southpaw, who will be calling the plays under center.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, and we'll see if he can keep a string of good games going right here.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll throw with Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. The Steelers at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they've got to be pleased with the start of this season, obviously.
Yeah, and you're talking about 3 good quality wins. It's got people in the locker room excited, not overly so, but that quiet confidence is starting to build. They're starting to believe that this could be their year if they stay on track.
A give. Here comes Benson. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
Penix working out of the gun here. And he will find his man on the outside. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 43. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Looking to throw Penix. That's caught left side, Burden. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. To the air, Penix. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Penix. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Trap 60, trap 60.
On the bootleg, it's Penix. Pass is tipped, but he's still able to bring it in. Not often the 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
right, you and I both know that was a lucky play, but again, I give him credit. Going up on the tip and catching that one.
Stayed with it, made his own luck, didn't he?
And he used his size there. Had a defensive back mentality to go up and get the ball on the tip, but used his size. I mean, tight ends, going up and getting it, sometimes they can knock people out of the way and finish the play.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Penix. That's to the right side, caught by Burden. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in.
Trey Benson, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Steelers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to put it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And they'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. And you see the numbers for Irving in last week's ball game. 15 carries, 64 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
And they'll send Williams in motion right. Now Mayfield. Little pitch and catch caught by McDonald. Will go down as a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he is going to have a Bucs first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3 and out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the mistakes and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. What we saw there, that's what we know that he can do. He can break tackles and turn them into big runs, and that's what he did.
And what is the buzz phrase nowadays in football for a guy like that? Contact balance. The ability to go through trash, come out the other side, avoid and run through contact, and keep your balance.
Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Baker going to give it to Irving. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Irving. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Mayfield to throw it. And it is caught. And they'll get this down to the 10. They give him 12 yards and a first down.
A gain of 12. First down, Tampa Bay.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the first down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
A shotgun handoff here to Irving. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Now Andres Borregales for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one. Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle, but give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
From the shotgun, it's Penix. And he comes back with one complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They are going for it. Penix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Look at the big man rumble. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Kyle Pitts with career touchdown number 75. And the Steelers take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big string like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Mayfield off the play fake. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. Mayfield. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Mayfield looks to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
Here's Tommy Townsend now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So possession goes over here on the punt. Kyle Pitts returns to the field along with the rest of this offense for the upcoming series. There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
It kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front and they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time. And that's not easily done because, you know, all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
On the handoff, Benson running right. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'll try to run for it with Benson. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up a run-the-dart ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He gets away from 1. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll manage to pick up for about 4. It's 2nd down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Here we go, Simon.
2nd and 5. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
60 Eagles, 18 left. Go!
And looking to throw, Penix. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again. They'll go for it. Here's Penix. He's got this complete to Burden. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On the give, it's Benson. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll go again with Benson. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Back to throw here. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Here's Penix. Got his man. It's caught. The Steelers touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Now the try here for the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
the score. Steelers.
So that drive spans 13 plays. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And he returns this to the 22. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. That's caught. Emeka Buka. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. A run up the middle with Irving. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9.
Throwing, Mayfield.
He's got his receiver. That's Ibuka.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line.
1st down, Tampa Bay.
Mayfield now. 23 yards on the tuck and run. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
He'll look to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far, even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the 1st half winds down.
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
It's 4th down and goal.
The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
On now is Andres Borregales to try the field goal.
From 28 yards out. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the 2nd half.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 20.
Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. This the first official Sunday of fall, the final week before byes kick in. A full schedule of 16 games on tap. Let's roll. Our look at the NFL starts now. It begins in the mile-high city of Denver. The Broncos
forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys are lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he's got his big wide receiver complete. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Now it's Benson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Penix from the gun. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 42.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Looking to throw, Penix. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And good convergence there defensively. Only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Penix to the air once more. Pass caught by Burden. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Kyle Pitts with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Steelers are able to widen their advantage.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Able to slither by. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Watch out!
They're going to look to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Mayfield. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taken in at the 22. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Trey Benson with career touchdown number 60. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25.
Buccaneers 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Nifty move. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now Mayfield. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Got the completion, but it certainly wasn't on his time frame. Hurried on that play.
Absolutely. The pressure affected him. Unable to get it further downfield. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. The home team's offense and running back Trey Benson headed back onto the field. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll throw with Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Now Penix. That is caught. And he will have a Steelers first down. They're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay.
So that flag will set him back 5 yards.
Still first down.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
To the air, Penix.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Here we go. 18 Cardinals.
Running out of the gun here with Benson.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Throwing again, Penix. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
But don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the fourth down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
They are going for it. Penix. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to give them a little bit of credit for fortitude there. 4th and inches, and they don't run the football. Normally just wedge your way through, fall forward, find the yardage. They took a shot and put it in the air, and it paid off.
Maybe they saw the defense overcommitting?
A lot of confidence there, though, because even if they overcommit, you just want to make sure you get the first down. You throw an incompletion on 4th down there, they're going to second-guess you the rest of the game.
Let's go.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be brought down short of the 15, but a really good move on the run. Here's 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Got it. Ready?
Now 2nd and 3.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
This is Benson.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
On 3rd down, here's Benson.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
134 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the fourth quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Liking 18. 79 Broncos. Trap 60, trap 60.
Now back to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
To try here for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Back now comes Tampa Bay. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Mayfield to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, they can make someone miss in the open field.
Mayfield now from the 50. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 40. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Mayfield. Open man is Ibuka. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Mayfield keeps out. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. They'll try it now with Irving. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. The Bucs try it on 4th down to come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go. No, 60 Eagles, 60.
The drive will begin with a run by Benson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there.
Hey, check that. Check COVID-19.
Another run here with Benson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
Come on, set. 70 Timberwolves. Street.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this offense on third down today, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
And looking to throw, Penix.
He sets to fire deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Let's go now. Drop goal 80. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Bring it.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. Look at the big man rumble. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
The extra point now for Borregales.
And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Showing off that speed and electric boost that he has. 95 yards that kick return goes down for. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Steelers offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Here's Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
It's a first down, and that catch also puts him at 150 yards receiving now for the game.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Reload. Ready.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
They suspected it as a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Cougar 19.
And they will take a knee here.
And 70 Timberwolves.
And they take a knee. The Steelers send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for Pittsburgh, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.